All right, today we're going to talk about what slope is and really introduce you into slope using the slope man. So you might be wondering, well, what is slope? What is this word? And Ms. Stiles, you've never said it before. Well, slope is a word that describes the steepness of a line on graph. So we've been graphing to represent a lot of proportional relationships. And I told you that the rate of change is shown in the steepness of the line. Well, slope is the exact name for it. And it is also described as the rate of change. So when we talk about rate of change and slope, they're the same thing. When a line is proportional, slope is also the constant of proportionality. So you know we've been calculating a lot of k. Well, now we're going to start calling it slope instead of constant of proportionality, or rate of change instead. All right, so let's talk about slope. There are 4 types of slope, and this dude is going to talk about what slope is for us.
Welcome to the adventure of Slope Dude. Meet Slope Dude. He loves to ski. We are going to follow him, and he'll teach us some important aspects of slope. This is the course he's skiing today. Again, what he says will teach us about slope. You need to remember that Slope Dude always skis toward the right or eastward. When he starts out, he's going uphill. It's hard work. He says puff, puff, positive as he goes up the mountainside. Puff, puff, positive, puff, puff, positive, puff, puff, positive. Now he's at the top. It was puff, puff, positive all the way up the mountain. But now he can look forward to the downhill. On the way down the mountain, he says, nice, negative, nice, negative. And now, after the downhill, he's in for the hardest part of the ski run, the long, flat part. He says, this is zero fun. This is zero fun. This is zero fun. This is zero fun. And as he finishes the flat part, he doesn't see well ahead, and all of a sudden, he comes to the edge of a cliff. It's straight down. So frightened is he that he says the worst curse word possible in math and in algebra. Undefined. This has been the adventure of Slope Dude. Remember always what he said during his ski trip. Up the hill or up the slope, he said, puff, puff, positive. On his downhill run, he said, nice, negative. On the long, flat part of the course, he said, this is zero fun. And finally, when he went over the vertical cliff and went straight down, he yelled the worst curse word of math and algebra. Undefined! The uphill is a slope with a positive number. The downhill is a slope with a negative number. The flat part is a slope of 0. And the straight up and down or vertical part is undefined. This has been the...
All right, if you had a hard time hearing that at all, go ahead and replay the equation or the video by pulling it up on the slides. All right, so you heard about Slope Man, and he described the 4 types of slope that there are. There is positive slope, negative slope, zero slope, and undefined. So let's do a little bit of a drawing to really, really help us remember the types of slope. So we're going to make Slope Dude himself. So in the oval on your worksheet, you're going to help me draw Slope Dude, and we're going to start with putting in his eyes. Okay, we're going to draw, on the left side of the circle, we're going to draw a straight line that is going up, just like that. If a straight line is going up from left to right, we call that a positive slope. So that is a positive slope graph, so you're going to put a positive mark underneath it to remind you that when it goes up from left to right, it is positive. Now, on the other side of the eye, we're going to add a red line that is going down from left to right. If going up from left to right is positive, what is going down from left to right? Let's see, what type of graph is it? You're right, it's a negative slope. All right, so now that we have our positive slope and our negative slope, let's look at him. He looks like he has 2 eyes, so what are we missing? A nose and a mouth. So let's make a nose for him. So what kind of line gives us a straight line? An undefined. The only curse word in mathematics, the undefined line, gives us a straight up and down line, which is a undefined slope. And the last thing that we're missing now is a mouth. Okay, what kind of graph goes straight across? A zero slope. And to remind me that it's a zero slope, I'm going to put 2 little zeros at the end. And now I have slope man. And slope man's going to remind me all the time of the 4 different types of slope there are. There's positive, negative, undefined, and zero. Now we're going to really practice with those lines by making our name. What you're going to do is you're going to, on a blank piece of paper or in Google Draw, you're going to use straight lines, a ruler or a straight edge, to make your name. Okay, so here's an example. If I were doing Miss, here are all straight lines to write Miss. Then once you are done, you are going to color and write the name of the slope. You're going to label it a positive. Positive is green, negative is red, and then you can pick colors for zero and undefined, but you're going to label all your slopes. Here are some examples for you guys to go ahead and do. All right, once you've made this, go submit this in checkpoint 3. Have a great day, guys.